Now, this is a subject with which not every camera person, director of photography, is fully acquainted. I call it infinity lighting. What does that mean?
I think this light head is probably about 28 feet from me, and it feels like the sun. Like, it actually looks like the sun. It feels exactly like the sun. It feels like I've brought the sun into my studio space, and then I'm cheating it. I feel like I'm cheating. I shouldn't be able to cheat like this, but that's what the PB70, a Lightstream, allows you to do. Oh, man. Crazy.
As a complete new tool, we've created the PB70, another parallel beam light with a 70 centimeter front diameter, and we've taken great care in the design of this light to make its beam as homogeneous in the beam as possible, as well as building a special lamp, the light source. We're proud that this light offers perfect color spectrum as opposed to everything we've known so far from metal halide lighting in the past, the so-called HMI. This light can also, if you want to, can be focused a little bit for special purposes. But usually it works with a 2-degree exit angle. So starting from a 5-meter distance, it turns into a pretty much homogeneous light. This we've achieved by fine-tuning the shading rings in the light, as well as modifying the lamp, the light source. This light provides enormous output, as well as economic and ecological values. This light works with a 1200 watt power source and can thus be fed from grandmother's kitchen. But at a distance of 20 meters, 60 feet, its output is 50% higher than a 9 kilowatt HMI light in its spot position. The main feature of this light, however, is that it does something that sounds absolutely unbelievable. The light does not derive from the light fixture itself, but from a so-called virtual light source, about 20 meters, 60 feet behind the light. Now, how can we understand this? We elongate the outer rays of the beam, elongate them backwards, and where these rays meet and cross, that's where the light actually originates from. This allows us to produce the illusion of a light that is a very far distance, and we call it infinity lighting. Basically, it's the illusion of natural light, light coming from a very far distance. And how do we deal with that? Basic facts are that not easy to understand. The light does not come from the lighting instrument. Well, where else should it come from? Yeah? I put the lamp in there myself. So, in fact, the light comes from another place that we call a virtual light source, which is 60 feet, 20 meters behind that light. From that point, way back there, outside the studio, that's where the square law operates and works, even here.